The interesting question is whether it will matter in Europe with regard to NATO and with regard to Putin. As we all know from the last time around with Trump, he really wanted to throw NATO down the toilet bowl. He has no use for NATO. He thinks our European allies are freeloaders, and he'd like to get rid of them. And he likes Putin. This is not surprising, and he really wanted to have good relations with Putin. He lost on both counts. The blob or the deep state, whatever you want to call it, beat him back. He is now determined, if he wins, to not let that happen again. And he is, number one, going to bring in a whole group of seasoned individuals who served with him in the first term, who share his view of the world. In 2017, he now feels, and I think it's correct, that he can bring in a team of individuals and they collectively can beat back the deep state, number one. And number two, at the Heritage Foundation, they're coming up with a plan for what to do once they move back into the White House in 2025. So they're going to have the people, they're going to have the plan or the grand strategy, and then the question is, can they make it work? And again, my initial point to you is I think that where they will try to change things in a fundamental way is in Europe. And the question you have to ask yourself is, do you think that Trump, even with all of the preparation that's now in train, do you think that Trump can beat the deep state? I'm a structuralist, as some of you know. The students clearly know this. I believe that structure really matters, and it limits how much agency someone like Trump has. So I'm betting on the deep state with regard to NATO and with regard to Europe. And I think whether Trump or Biden wins, it won't matter that much on the foreign policy front. I think the die is cast here, certainly in East Asia. I think the die is cast in the Middle East.